Dee?
You haven't got anything I haven't seen before, or have you? Anyway, you should have locked the door. Leanne could have wandered in.
Yeah, I thought I had locked the door. And anyway, what's Leanne doing here?
She stayed the night with our Jackie, which you would have known about if you weren't swelling the bar profits down the Legion.
Committee meeting, if you don't mind. I do have other duties apart from my comparing, you know. Hey, they're thinking about billing me as king of comedy.
Can see why.
Hey? Oh, very funny, very funny. Anyway, I thought you were going to keep out of this Leanne business.
Who says I hadn't?
Good, because her getting herself up to duff is nothing to do with us. Let her parents sort it out.
Oh, Ron, you've made your point.
Hey, Mum.
Harry, what is this, Dee? I'll wait while Saba Vizio gets through the bathroom. Tony doing his hair, Michael reading his viz. You're Derek. Oh, God knows what takes him so long. I still can't get a bath in peace.
Yeah, look, I'm sorry, Dad, but it's Leanne. She says she feels a bit, I'm sorry, Mrs. Dixon.
Oh, come in.
I wouldn't be sick.
But you can't go to school like this.
But I have to. Oh, tell her, Mum. I have to, you know I have to.
Ron?
Oh, forgive me for living, like. Fine kettle of fish, innit, eh?
Come on, sit down.
Man
Put
can't
your head
even do
between
his
your legs.
private ablutions in private. Never get to the shop at this rate.
Who's at the door?
Frank Rogers.
Oh.
Yeah, just called by to let me know he's dropping in the estimate for the repairs to the car.
Margaret did offer to pay for it herself, you know.
Oh? No. Not since it was your father's idea to try and teach Margaret to drive without the aid of a licence or insurance in my car.
I'm sorry. It's getting to be a pain having them here, isn't it?
Oh, you've noticed? Just as well you're worth it.
Thanks, but even I'm beginning to find them a bit of a strain. Especially Dad.
But you've always got on really well.
Yeah, but I think I'm seeing him in a different light since I found out about his womanising.
Oh, yes, but your mother isn't actually saying he actually did anything with the Spanish maid, is she?
Not apart from flirting, no.
Well, there you are, then.
The Spanish thing might not have been serious.
Apart from causing the biggest upset since the last Civil War.
Yeah, but the reason Mum was so upset was that this wasn't the first time.
Well, I will admit your father is an inveterate flirt, but...
And an adulterer, Max.
Really? Who with and when?
Years ago, when I was little. An affair with my nanny, for God's sake. And Mum waits till I'm in my 30s before she tells me.
But if it was all that time ago...
When I still thought he was Father Christmas and John Wayne and the Cape Bloody Crusader all rolled into one.
And now you find out that he's just a fallible old mere mortal after all.
He's no right to be, not my dad.
But it was a long time ago. And he does adore you, and your mum and dad are still together. And when are they moving out?
I'm grateful to you for putting up with them.
When are they moving out?
As soon as they find somewhere else to live, I suppose. To be able to do that, they have to sell the Spanish apartment. Who are you ringing?
The office. I'm going to make sure your parents' apartment's advertised next week.
Not that you're eager to get rid of them at all.
Who? Me? Hi, it's Max. Listen, you know that Spanish apartment I said we'd handle the sale of? Well, look, any chance of pulling the stops out on this one?
All right, boss.
Yeah?
Come on in.
Come on, we've got...
You can put one of them inside, lock the rest up for us, eh? I will do. Hey, listen. Saw Julia before. Our Diana's coming out of the Aussie today. Poor kid, eh? Slashing her wrists. That Peter Harrison has got a lot to answer for.
Yeah, look, Jimmy, I thought I told you to leave that alone, eh?
All right, I'm just saying, that's all. Julia said that Di's dad's been well upset and all. Enough to upset any dad, though, innit? Kids, eh? No matter what age you get them to, there's always something to worry about, isn't there? Not that, that's your problem, is it, eh, boss? Kids and that. And if you take my advice, you'll keep it that way.
Yeah.
Ah, the very man. Your name came up yesterday.
Did he?
Yes, Karen rang from London, and in between telling me how she thinks she's almost got a new account under her belt, she asked to be mentioned to you.
Oh, well, mention me back to her then, will you? I hope Max's Christmas present's working out all right for you.
The office, yeah, fine, thanks. But I ought to be there, getting stuck into some work. See you later.
Right. Yes, I ought to seek out Sinbad before he does his Scarlet Pimpernel for the day. And when Karen does come back from London, you should both come over for another meal. By that time, we'll have the house to ourselves. Patricia's parents are staying with us at the moment.
Oh, extended family, eh?
Well, only until I can find somewhere for them to live. problem is they've got this damn flat in Spain to get shut off first.
So what's wrong with the flat in Spain?
Oh, nothing. Nothing at all. It's very nice. Good location. Patricia and I had a very enjoyable holiday there.
But you still don't think it'll sell?
Not at the price they paid. Still a buyer's market where property's concerned. Problem is, there aren't any buyers. Somebody could pick up a real bargain if they could raise the cash.
How much?
Well, I don't know. They paid 60 grand, so I suppose they'll take... If that was a note of interest I did detect there, they'd accept an offer of 55.
Well, it depends on whether it's the type of apartments I could rent out.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Marvellous for holiday rental and a very nice place for you to have a short break yourself. 54 and a half, since you're a friend.
Well, since I'm a friend, let's be a bit more realistic. Like it's a buyer's market, as you said.
Did I say that? Well, come on, then, make us an offer.
No, I'll talk to you about it after. There's something else I want to ask you about as well.
Morning, Ron.
Yeah, if we ever get started on it.
There's something else you were saying?
Yeah, it's something personal.
Oh, right. OK, well, look, I'll better catch Sinbad first. A couple of things I want to chase him on.
Well, when you're ready, you can give me the lowdown on the apartment. And I'll ask you about this other thing as well.
You know what? The first thing I'm gonna have when I win the pools is my very own bathroom.
You what?
Greetings, one and all.
I,
All right, Jimmy.
And how's our bride-to-be holding up under the ongoing pressures of marital arrangements and all that, eh?
All right. So you haven't spoken to Sinbad then yet?
And not since I dazzled him with my Bezzy man suit, no, why?
Oh, no, nothing. Just wondered.
I wanted a word with him, though. Wanted to ask him how many guests I'd be addressing at the reception, you know, tailor my speech accordingly.
Yeah, well, there won't be many on our side. Well, not now we're having a double reception with Alice and Marianne. The hotel function room they wanted was booked.
More the merrier, eh?
Yeah, providing we can find a pub room big enough and cheap enough for all of us. At the moment, we can't find anywhere local.
Ah, right. Yeah, problem solved. You have your receptions in the nightclub. It's empty on the day, isn't it?
But don't you need to see Gary Grant or something?
Consider it booked. Listen, I'll square it with Barry. Don't you be worrying about it. I've got plenty of influence there, kid.
That'd be fantastic.
What's more, you can consider it my wedding present to you and all. Can't say fairer than that. No, no need. What's the best man for, eh?
Oh, isn't that nicer, eh?
Oh, wonderful, yeah. But, I thought Teddy was the best man.
He was. But then Jimmy just sort of assumed that he was. So I presume Sinbad's told Teddy he's not on.
Huh? So that must explain why Teddy is still going on about being best man every time I see him, doesn't he?
Oh, God. That divvy intended of mine's still got two best men, hasn't he?
Looks like it, gal, looks like it.
Right, I think it's time for a word in my little Sinbad shell, like.
Oh, no. It's days like this I get living done away with, isn't it?
Why, what's up?
Well, I've only gone and forgot the Moby keys, haven't I? Left them at home. I'll have to trail round and get them. See you later, love.
See ya. Hey, keep smiling.
I'm not convinced you should be going to school.
I'm feeling miles better now. And anyway, if I don't turn up, they might phone home to see why I'm not there. I'm feeling fine, honest.
You come straight back here if you start feeling rotten again. Do you hear?
You all right, love? Oops. Oh. Hey, hey. Okay, okay. Don't worry. I've got you. Come on. Let's get you back inside.
I've got to go to school.
Not like that, you know. You go worrying about school.
There you go. Details for the Spanish apartment.
Oh, right. Mallorca, eh?
Hiatus. A couple of miles from Palma. Very handy for the airport.
It's not one of them retirement places, is it, Max?
No, no. So, what do you think?
Yeah, it looks good. I reckon I'd be able to swing a 40 grand mortgage on that.
Well, I wasn't planning on letting it go for as little as that.
Oh, well, any more than that, Max, and really it's not a viable proposition as far as I'm concerned.
Well, I suppose they could wait forever to get a shot of it, market being as it is. You sure you're serious at 40,000?
40,000, that'd be a definite yes.
Well, I suppose I could get more in time. Huh? Bird in the hand, as they say.
It's always been my motto, Max.
Excellent. Well, you've got yourself a nice little property there.
Yeah, first time I've ever had a house of my own. Be something nice to pass on, won't it?
But if you're planning on Karen settling down and leaving you heirs, I don't think she's the type.
Actually, I wasn't. As a matter of fact, I already have a son.
I didn't know that.
No, not many people do. Except for me and his mother, and she'd rather I forgot about her. Actually, that's what I was going to ask you about.
I see. Well, I don't see how I can help.
Well, I know that you had kids from your previous marriage, so I was just wondering how you went about seeing them.
You mean to gain access?
Yeah, well, I've only laid eyes on the lad once, but now that I have, I was just... Well, it's just that his mother doesn't want me to see him.
Well, it's not really a problem with my children. You see, in fact, my ex-wife doesn't mind me seeing them whenever I like. She enjoys the break. I don't know what the legal position would be if she was against it.
Oh, well, just thought, you know...
Well, I do know someone, solicitor chap, friend of mine, known him years. Dealt with my divorce and custody details. Well, I could ask him to get in touch if you want to pursue it legally.
Well, I think I'll have to, Max. Seems it's the only way.
Better get the doctor, love. Come on, Dee, she could be... But do you think it's a miscarriage? What's going on?
It's all right, Ron. It's not a miscarriage.
Yeah, but how do you know, love? She could be bleeding to death or...
Ron! She had an abortion yesterday.
Oh, no. God, she's younger than that, Jackie. I'd better get her home.
No! Her mum and dad don't know about it. They didn't even know she was pregnant.
Well, if my mum hadn't helped her, who was he was off?
You helped to get an abortion? Like, get her parents on the phone. Now!
Are you sure you don't want me to come in with you?
It was really good of you to pick me up and everything.
It's all right. My nan said she'd be round to visit you. It'll probably be tonight.
Oh, she's been great as well.
Yeah. Well, you know what my nan's like with the family and that. Just what she doesn't kill you with kindness.
I won't be family for much longer, will I? No, I don't want a divorce.
Oh, once a corkhill, always a corkhill, according to me nan. And me. I just wish you'd tried to talk to one of us before you tried to hurt yourself. I don't understand why you tried to do it.
No, I just felt like there was nowhere else to go. I knew I'd been raped, but when they said I wasn't, nothing made sense anymore.
Well, does it now?
Not much now.
But you wouldn't do anything stupid again?
No. Couldn't even do that rape again.
Your dad will wonder what we're doing sitting out here.
Yeah, I better go. The hospital. They want me to see somebody. You know, the doctor that was looking after me, he said perhaps I should see a psychiatrist.
Well, that is probably best. You know, it would help to talk. What do you think?
You don't think, well, you mean I'm mad or anything, do you?
No. Well, if it does, it means half the world's mad. It's considered dead cool these days to see a shrink. It's very American.
Oh, my dad wouldn't see it like that. Or Julia.
Yeah, Stone Age or what?
You won't tell them, will you? I mean, they'd only go on and, you know, I'm finding it a bit nerve-wracking as it is.
No, you're all right. I could come with you if you like.
Oh, that'd be great if you could. I better go in then.
Well, let me know then, eh?
Yeah. And thanks again. I'm really sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
Diana, I hope there's one thing this psychiatrist can do for you. Get you to stop apologising.
Right.
See ya.
Bye.
Yeah.
Listen, Patricia's not too keen on people hanging around the office, all right? You know,
It's all right. I won't detain her for any longer than it takes to pass on the good news.
What? You've been to the job centre?
Yeah, they've fixed me up an interview.
Oh, that's great.
Excellent. What's the job?
It's a warehouse assistant.
Oh, still, it might not be that bad. I mean, it's a job, isn't it?
Yeah, well, let's hope I get it, eh?
Fingers crossed.
Not exactly what you had in mind, though, is it?
Well, maybe not. But you never know. I may end up earning enough for you and me to get a flat together. If you want to, that is.
Want to? You're kidding, aren't you? Do you really think we could afford somewhere?
Well, that's what I'm aiming for.
Oh, it'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? Oh, our own little place somewhere around here. I bet you still would have rather have gone abroad to do charity work, though, wouldn't you? Given the choice.
How many more times not without you? And anyway, I haven't entirely given up on that idea. Romania may still be on.
But didn't you say there wasn't a place for Margaret?
Oh, well, that's it, you see. I'm sure that they could use her once she was there. It's just that charities don't like draining their coffers for travelling expenses. You'd still want to go, wouldn't you? If I could come up with the money for your airfare to go with me.
Yeah, I'd love to go.
Leanne's in here, coming through.
Are you all right, love? There has been a bug going round. Do you think it's that?
Tell him what's wrong with her, Dee.
Look, I realise that this might come as a shock to you, but please don't take it out on Leanne.
Take what out, tell her? What's been going on here, Mrs. Dixon?
Leanne was... She had an abortion yesterday.
What?
She's all right. It's mainly the effects of the anaesthetic. I thought it was best if she stayed with us last night.
You mean you knew last night she'd... an abortion?
Why weren't we told last night what's been going on?
We didn't even know she was pregnant. We didn't even know she had a boyfriend. So who was it, Leanne?
It was just some lad. I don't see him anymore. I don't even know where he lives.
Why didn't you tell us, Leanne?
I just couldn't. I had to get rid of it. I'm old enough, I'm 16 now. I did it properly. Mrs. Dixon helped me.
You helped her get an abortion?
Well, she was desperate. She threatened to kill herself.
What have you done, Mrs. Dixon? What have you let our girl do to herself?
Yes, well, I'll fax the proposal to you first thing in the morning.
You again, you'll get me shot.
Yes, of course I will. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.
Sorry, honestly, it's just a bit more good news for Margaret. Been in touch with the charity office, and they said that if we can raise the airfare, then they can use you out there. So we can go to Romania, both of us.
Great.
Yeah, so tonight we'll put our heads together and see if we can come up with a way of raising her 300. See you later, then.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye. I know self-interest's involved, and I don't want to lose you, but are you as keen as you're making out on this idea of Derek's?
Yeah, of course I am. If there's any way we can end up working abroad together, I'd love to go. I felt less up I could do with the cut myself.
But if you knew how against it I was, for pity's sake, I'm a Catholic.
So why didn't you stop her?
Because Leanne said you'd hurt her if you found out she was pregnant.
What? Do we look as though we'd hurt her?
And how many times do you think your own kids have said that, Mrs. Dixon? Me mum will kill me, me dad'll murder me.
But the state she was in, I believed her. She convinced me that you wouldn't understand.
But we were never given the chance to, were we? Leanne is our daughter, Mrs. Dixon, and you've robbed us of the chance of being there when she needed us.
And how would you feel, eh? How would you feel if we'd helped your Jackie do something as terrible as this without you even knowing?
Well, go on, Dee. Answer the woman.
Let's get you home.
Get you to bed, eh? Where you belong.
I wish I could make you understand.
Understand? I understand you helped kill our grandchild, Mrs. Dixon.
Listen, but I don't know what to say. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I know what you think. Acting not like I said. But I didn't know how they'd react, did I?
Leanne, love.
Just thought I'd pop up to give you the good news.
Oh, well, there's something I can always use.
I have just sold your mum and dad's apartment in Spain.
So soon? Who to?
Barry Grant. I gave him the hard sell about its potential being a holiday rental, and bingo.
Just like that? How much?
Well, not a bad price either, considering the state of the market.
How much?
A very realistic price. 40,000.
40,000? Well, what sort of place are Mum and Dad going to be able to buy for that sort of money in this country?
Don't know, something adequate. I thought you'd be pleased.
Pleased that you've done my parents out of £20,000 just to do your buddy Barry a favour?
Oh, please, Dad.
Get upstairs, Jackie.
Do as your dad says, Jackie.
Just who are you? Who the bloody hell are you?
Just don't run.
Don't? What do you mean, don't run? You mean, like, don't ask who I've been living with all these years? Don't ask what's going on. Just what does go on up there, eh? What else are you plotting to do behind me back? What with your secret savings, you're setting up shop, fixing up kids with abortions?
Oh, stop it!
Oh, getting frightened now, are we, eh? Well, you want to try living with a liar and hypocrite? Suppose you're having a week off being a Catholic, are you, eh? Or have you had special dispensation off your beloved Pope? You make me sick, you do. Do you know that? Not even your bloody religion means anything to you when it suits you.
Ron, it's not like that.
Well, it's not like a marriage anymore, I know that. In fact, I don't even know anymore why we are married.
Ron, if you just let me explain...
Don't! I don't know you anymore. And you want to know something? After today, I don't think I want to know you.
Ron.
Goodness me, beginning of the end, possibly, for Ron and Dee Dee. Brookside is back tomorrow at 1:30. Still to come this afternoon at 3 o'clock, it's Judge Judy, those fake Beanie Babies, believe it or not. And 3:30, Ricky Lake, don't miss her. And in just a few moments' time, we'll tell you how you can get your hands on a pamper hamper that will leave you with silky smooth skin. I say. And this afternoon, we're looking at some of the news stories, particularly the one about the boys who killed James Bulger being granted new identities for when they leave jail later this year. Diane Paxley said the boys did do a dreadful thing and it broke my heart. They should be given new identities and a second chance because they were just babies at the time. I blame the parents, but what do you think? And on the subject of Kate Winslet losing weight after her baby, Lynn says, I agree with everything Kate Winslet says about going on and say with Brooks.
It's already boiled.
diary, this. I'm really sure I've paid it. And if you're trying to set up a meeting with Pro-M Design, that's any morning this week.
Any morning?
Yeah, well, except Wednesday morning. Keeping that clear for Nigel Vickers. Fingers crossed, if we land this account, we'll all be able to afford to go on walking holidays in Tuscany. My dad hasn't been pestering you again, has he?
Pestering me, your dad?
Well, he can get a bit too friendly, you know. Just take care, eh? Watch him. Won't be long.
Bye. Hello, Farnham Clark Associates. Can I help you? Hiya, Derek.
Flaming hear myself think with that racket.
What's the two of you?
What did you say?
Nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I've been thinking about this airfare business all night. Yeah. I mean, the best thing we can do is get a bank loan, but I don't know how we're going to pay it back. Yeah. So something burning in there, Dee.
Your toast's burning.
Oh, fuck. Bloody hell!
Do you mind? Oh, Derek's through there.
Oh, I see. I see. Very delicate and prissy when it comes to a bit of language, is it? But procuring abortions for teenage schoolgirls, well, that's fine, isn't it, eh? That's no problem. Tell you what, let's not even bother telling the parents, eh? Let's just pray God with other people's lives.
Keep your voice down.
Listen, I just want to get one thing straight right now. That Leanne girl is not to set foot in my house again.
Oh, it's your house, is it?
I mean it, Dee. I'm not messing around.
Don't lay the law down with me, Ron. Don't tell me what to do.
I'm your flaming husband, woman. This is my house.
Our house.
And I don't want that little tart through my front door again.
Oh, well, then she'll have to come through the back door then, won't she?
Oh, very funny.
Because that little tart is our Jackie's friend, and I'm not turning my back on her, not for you, not for anybody. If she wants someone to talk to...
Then she can go to her mum, can't she? Or her dad, like she should have done in the first place, before you started sticking your nose in.
That girl was desperate. What if it was our Jackie and she was too scared to...
If it was our Jacqueline, then I would expect whoever she confided in to come straight to us. Now, I'm telling you, Dee Dee, I don't want her in this house again. And I don't want our Jacqueline seeing her, and I don't want you seeing her. You've interfered enough.
Oh, yeah. That's your answer to everything, isn't it? If you don't like it, ban it. You should listen to yourself sometime. Have you got any idea what hell I've been through over this?
And what kind of hell do you think the Powells are going through now, eh? After all, it was their grandchild you arranged to have tipped down the hospital incinerator.
Morning. I did knock, but there didn't seem to be anyone around. I'm looking for Mr. Grant.
What do you want Mr. Grant for?
Your toast. Now we choke on it.
Oh, sorry. I left my wallet on the fridge. Excuse me.
Was that Margaret you were talking to on the phone?
Yeah. We've just got a few problems, that's all. Well, the latest is that they can sort out the accommodation for Margaret if we can come up with the £300 for the airfare in the next week or so. So, looks like it's off. No Romania. Because it's either Margaret and me together or it's nothing.
You see, that's loyalty, that is. Imagine you probably wouldn't recognise that.
Yeah, well, I'll get from under your feet, eh?
What are you doing? What's that for?
300 quid, isn't it, eh? Margaret's airfare to Romania. It's rare these days, isn't it, eh? A couple that respect each other's opinions. A couple that actually make decisions together. Good luck to them, anyway.
And with a flourish of his magic pen, he makes everything all right again. You've got a nerve, you have. You accuse me of sticking my nose in other people's lives, but what are you doing? What are you doing? You're doing it for them. No, you're doing it for yourself to make yourself feel better. Don't interfere, Ron. Leave that to the experts.
Yeah, well, you'd know all about that, wouldn't you? Any clean shirts anywhere in this house? I'll find a shirt when you need one.
So, look, shall we get straight down to business?
Yeah, fine.
Well, as you know, I'm Max Farnham's solicitor. I dealt with his divorce and custody arrangements.
Yeah, he said.
You have a son, I believe.
Yeah. Yes, I have a son. Stephen.
Age like this for Sinbad's birthday?
Ooh, nice one. Spot on and all. 9:01 and beep, 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 30 seconds.
Oh, God, it isn't, is it? I should have opened the trading post ages ago. Ron is going to kill me. Look, I need to ask you something later. Will you pop round when you're not busy?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, and bring Ellis's guest list with you as well. We need to do some liaising. OK.
Hey, isn't this shop open yet?
I just popped out for a word with Dee Dee, you know, wedding plans.
Yeah, but not at my time, eh, Mars?
Sorry.
Look, Dee.
Gotta go, Mick. Sorry, can't stop. Got a bus to catch.
Where you going? Busy time for you, you know.
So, what are you saying then? I've got no legal right of access to my own son?
Not as things stand, no, because you're not the proven father.
Well, I'll prove it then. Today, I'll take the DNA test. I'll do anything, Mr. Gilchrist. I just want to... I'll do anything.
Well, it's not as simple as that. It's an expensive and very complicated business.
Yeah, but money doesn't matter. I'll pay anything. All I want is access to my son.
Yes, but you're talking about a legal process that can take months, even with the full cooperation of the mother. And I imagine Miss Pearson's going to block you every inch of the way.
Well, what can I do then to speed things up, please?
Well, I'm afraid the simple answer is nothing.
Well, I'll pay. I mean, I'm not asking much, am I? I just want to see my son, that's all. I need to see him. I want to see him grow up. I want him to know that I'm his dad.
Thanks.
So where is one?
He's out the back. And if he comes in, pretend to be buying something. He's like a bear with a sore, everything this morning.
So, what's this big favour and how much is it going to cost me?
Well, nothing, I hope. I want you to give me away.
You want me to give you away?
Will ya? I mean, I was going to give that part of the ceremony a miss. But I don't know, I want this wedding to be perfect for Sinbad. Perfect and traditional. And I want you to give me away.
Well, yeah, but what about one of your brothers?
Well, I can't help offending all four of them, so I might as well be fair about it and offend all five. And if anyone's been a real brother to me, it's you.
I'll be proud too, Mass. Very proud.
Oh, Mick. Oh, I wish you could find someone. I'd love you to be happy.
Hey, come on, you back around there. Ron could come down any minute. So come on, lady. This.
Right, Liz.
Hey, I knew this favour was going to cost me. I'm going to have to buy a pair of roller skates now. Best man at one end of the church, then a quick dash down the other end to escort you up the aisle.
Oh, it's not going to be too much for you, is it?
No, it'll be brilliant, Mass. So, who's Sinbad got as his best man?
Terry.
Oh, nice one.
And Jimmy.
And Jimmy?
Yeah, well, he's only got the two at the moment. He hasn't had the heart to let either of them down.
He better make his mind up sharpish. It'll be pretty crowded at the altar. So, come on, lists.
Right, boss.
How many relatives?
8 for me, none for Sinbad. Well, we're trying to keep the numbers down.
All right. And what about friends? Now, there's going to be a lot of duplicating, so you give me your list first, eh?
OK. Teddy.
Yep.
Jimmy.
Yep.
Ron and Dee Dee.
Yeah.
Josie.
Josie? You've invited Josie?
I had to invite her. She's my best mate. I've known her for years. Look, be honest, Mick, it's going to be too difficult for you.
It's just hearing the name, you know. I don't know what to think. The kids, they've not seen her for 18 months. Oh, is she okay? Josie. She's still with Tony?
No, not anymore. She's still your wife, Mick. Anyway, she probably won't even come. But I had to ask her.
No, she won't come. She wouldn't do that to the kids. Josie, huh?
pal. Can I talk to you?
I don't think there's anything left to say.
Please.
You've come to apologise then, have you?
I've come to try and explain. It'd be easy to talk inside.
I want you gone before Ted gets back for his dinner.
Press enter again.
Brilliant.
Right, now the printout option.
Farnham Black Associates, can I help you? Listen, I can't talk at the minute. I'll see you at dinner time, all right? Okay, bye.
You know, I don't mind him ringing occasionally, but,
He's just a bit wound up at the moment. We're still trying to find £300 for me to go to Romania with him. Right, printout option. So how many copies do you want?
2.
It's good, isn't it? I never thought it would be this easy.
So you're enjoying the work?
I'm loving it. Farnham Clark Associates, can I help you? Oh, good morning. Yes, I will. Okay, thanks, bye. Nigel Vickers' secretary just confirming the appointment for Wednesday.
Good. Would it help the situation if I were to offer to lend you the money for the airfare?
Oh, no. Oh, look, it's really good of you, but I'm not sure. What am I going to do over there, eh? I mean, I can't even speak the language. I'm not going to be much good looking after kids if I can't even talk to a mama. But Derek's so... I know he doesn't do the ceremonial side of being a priest anymore, but he hasn't given up the other side of it. The pastoral stuff. I don't think he ever will. Not sure he can. I'll tell you what I'd honestly really like to do. I want to stay here. Carry on working for you. Get married to Derek, get a house somewhere and just be an ordinary, selfish couple like everyone else. I don't think that's ever going to be enough for him, though.
Well, the offer's there. Oh, go on, off you go. Have an early lunch. Meet Derek. See if you can get this sorted out.
You sure?
Back by 2, OK?
Thanks.
How is Leanne?
She's fine.
Can I see her?
She's at school.
Just wanted to make sure she was all right. I got very fond of her.
Well, you've no business getting fond of her, have you? She's nothing to do with you.
Look, I realise I should have told you about Leanne's pregnancy, and you're right about that. But I couldn't just ignore what she was telling me, could I? You don't ignore someone when they threaten to kill themselves, and I know a frightened girl when I see one.
We're not monsters, Ted and me, Mrs. Dixon.
No, of course not.
So what are you accusing us of?
I'm not accusing you of anything.
I don't know how you have the nerve to come round here accusing us after what you've done.
No, honestly, I'm not accusing. I'm just trying to explain that Leanne was genuinely scared of her dad's reaction.
Scared of Ted? You're joking. He's never lifted a finger to her. Well, he's never here to discipline her, is he? He does double shifts. He's a security guard. He's on all hours. And that's half the trouble, isn't it? She's never had the discipline. You don't want to believe everything Leanne tells you, Mrs. Dixon. She lives in a fantasy world. Life always has to be some great big drama for her, and she's always got to be the star. It drives Ted mad.
It's not just the usual teenage dramatics, though, is it? Leanne was very scared. Well, she would be. School kid gets herself pregnant. She's bound to be scared stiff. But in the end, most of them find a way of telling their parents, and Leanne honestly felt she couldn't.
Oh, I see. And you understand Leanne, do you? Well, that's clever, since you hardly know her. She's my daughter, Mrs. Dixon, and I do know her. And I can tell you now, if you hadn't come poking your nose in, organising this abortion before she'd had time to decide what she wanted to do, she would have found her own way to tell us. Eventually.
I think I better go.
Who's Deborah?
What's her name?
Dee Dee.
Yeah.
Deborah's Dee Dee's name. I never knew that.
Deborah O'Farrell, the Grace Kelly of Byron Street.
Oh.
She was really something when she was younger, was our Dee Dee.
Oh, still is something.
Don't know what, though, James. Not anymore. She's a complete mystery to me these days.
Sounds like you two could do with a good night out. Together. You want to get yourselves down to the club, enjoy yourselves, rediscover the old, what's it, romance?
Romance? Well, don't tell me. I'll get there. Romance? Yeah, I think I do have a faint recollection.
Don't be giving me that. You remember what it's like. You know, violins starting up in the wardrobe, the lights going on. And don't be telling me that you don't get the odd twinge from time to time. I'll see you.
Yeah. See you, Jim.
All right, Terry.
All right, Jim.
Hey, just been into town.
Oh, been doing a bit of shopping, have you?
Wedding present. Sinbad and Marcia.
Oh, yeah. I suppose I better do something about that. What have you got them?
Oh, just one of those coffee cafeteria things, you know. That's my real present.
Club?
Yeah. Well, just for the afternoon, you know, the reception and that. I fixed it for him with Barry. Hey, you've not been up there, have you? Come on, come and have a look.
Oh, wait, hang on, Jim. Is he up there?
Who, Barry? No, he's out. You're all right. Come on, I'll show you around.
All right. Hey, it's all right, Neil, isn't it?
Not bad, yeah.
I always fancied doing this for a job, you know. Is this thing on? Is it working? Hello? Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. And here's a slowie for all you smoochie lovers out there. So they have a reception in here, eh? Nobody told me.
Yeah, well, double wedding, double reception, why not, eh?
Well, that's very generous of you.
Part of my job.
Yeah, Barry's probably getting all the bar profits, isn't he? And ladies and gentlemen, I've known this ugly-looking guy since, stupid, isn't it? I mean, the rest of it's all right. It's just the speech scares me rigid.
Got a speech to make, have you?
Yeah.
All right. I've got to make one and all. What's yours for, then?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank the bridesmaids. Hey, is the best man or the groom that has to thank the bridesmaids? And finally, ladies and gentlemen, I've known this ugly-looking guy standing next to me since... How long have I known Sinbad, eh?
The groom proposes a toast to the bridesmaids and the best man thanks him on their behalf.
How do you know about all that?
Done it before, you know.
You haven't got a book about it, have you, Jim? You know, duties of the best man and all that.
Yeah, I might have, actually. I don't know, I'll have a look.
I couldn't lend a could I, Jim?
Keep it if you want. Not good to me anymore.
Ah, there she is. The very lovely Miss Clements.
Hiya.
Hey, how about 5 minutes in the car?
Pardon?
Driving lesson. And no little bumps this time, eh?
Actually, I've got to be getting back to the office.
Well, perfect opportunity. You can drive yourself over there.
In Patricia's car?
Well, then she's got it there to drive herself back this evening, hasn't she? Come on.
I don't think... I'm a bit scared.
Nonsense, my dear. Now, you think like that and you'll never learn. Come on, in you get.
Are you sure?
Of course. If you're going to be my daughter's PA, you'll need to be able to drive, won't you? There you are. Now, what do we do first?
Mirrors.
Right. And?
Neutral.
Good girl.
Ignition. Get out.
Now, just hang on a minute.
What the hell do you think you're doing? Now get out.
I'll tell you what I'm doing, Patricia. I'm trying to give Margaret here a driving lesson.
After the last time?
Oh, don't exaggerate, my dear. It was a tiny little bump.
Well, it's not going to be a tiny little bill. Now get out.
I can only apologise for my daughter's extraordinary behaviour. I hope to continue this lesson at another time.
I don't want you having any more driving lessons. Not with my father, okay?
There's no need to shout at me, Patricia. You've already done your best to embarrass and humiliate me.
I don't want you going anywhere near Margaret ever again, and I mean that, Dad.
What do you imagine I'm going to do to the poor girl? All right. So, your mother's got some muddled story in her head about me and Esperanza, but, I mean, come on, sweetheart. You can't honestly believe that I mean, she was a cleaner, for God's sake. You know what your mother's like when she gets a bee in her bonnet.
And Sandra, was she one of Mum's bees?
Did your mother tell you about Sandra?
All those years, all that time that I was growing up, you were... I loved you.
I know, sweetheart,
Stop calling this sweetheart. Oh, this is disgusting. It's totally... How many other times did you cheat on Mum? How many other women have there been?
Look, Patricia, sometimes even in a strong marriage, you need somebody else. Somebody a bit special.
You have me.
I know, my darling, but Sandra and I were...
What about Mum?
Your mother and I have got a very strong, solid, loving marriage. Oh, come on, Patricia. You know how complicated it all gets. Look, if Mum and I are prepared to forget the past and stay friends, I just honestly don't think it's any of your business.
You're my father.
I know that, Patricia. I've actually known that for quite a long time now, but thank you for reminding me.
It was all lies, wasn't it? The jokes, the fun, the bedtime stories, the presents, the super dad act. None of it meant anything.
Of course it did.
No, it didn't. It was just your guilty conscience. You weren't really there with us, not in your head. You were with her. Do you realise what you've just done? You've just turned the whole of my childhood into one big, meaningless lie. I don't know how Mum can bear to carry on living with you. I'm not sure that I can.
Ooh, tough stuff. Brookside will be back tomorrow at 1:30.
But still to come this afternoon, Judge Judy's here at 3 with some parents who are suing their children's school, and also Ricky Lake is here at 3:30 with some guests who have cheated on their stag do's, or have they? Find out later.
Now, to celebrate the arrival of Hollywood women to living, we are giving away a hamper full of stuff with which to pamper yourself.
Yes, and slap it all on. And we asked you, if you were a Hollywood woman, what would your most extravagant purchase be and why? Olivia said, I would buy a leopard to go with my leopard print coat and every other item in my house that is made up of animal prints. That's a lot of animals, I would suspect.
And Sue Meady says, I would buy some foot rub if I...
You're looking well these days.
Oh, why? What are you after?
So what have you been up to?
Not much.
How's Diana?
It's not too bad. I'm going to see her later.
Hey, is it all right if I wedge this door open while Fran gets her stuff through?
Yeah, sure.
Go on, go.
Hiya.
Hiya.
Oh, sorry about this. We'll be traipsing in and out for a bit.
Oh, it's no problem. Is he all right?
Yeah.
Right, I'll go and get the rest of the cases. You going up?
Yeah, I'll put the kettle on.
So, looks like it's happy families again, doesn't it? Daddy Terry, Mummy Fran, and my son.
I wanted to look as if we were really busy. Not so busy that we can't cope with the Vacanza account, but in demand. And are you? Ish. I know we're near in profit yet, but it's building, and Karen's leaning pretty heavily on some London contacts. Right, how does that look?
Busy, but not too busy.
What do you think about that plant over there? Mind, I'm not sure that men ever really notice things like that.
Oh, they do. Your father likes a bit of greenery.
How could you do it, Mum?
Do what, love?
Carry on living with him after you found out about him and that woman.
Sandra.
I don't know how you can even say her name. And you still had him back.
Well, of course I did. We had a home together. We had you. You can't blame your father for falling in love, Patricia. It can happen to anyone at any time. You should know. What about you and Max? But I was the one he chose to stay with. Your father is a man, a very rare man who adores women and everything about them. That's one of the reasons I love him. The problem with your father is that one woman is never enough for him. So just occasionally, I have to make a very firm stand the way I did in Spain.
And you don't mind about these other women?
I didn't say I didn't mind. I was very angry indeed when I found him fumbling with the cleaning girl. I will not have his embarrassing flirtations paraded under my nose. And I minded desperately about Sandra. That was different. That was serious. There was a time I was scared I might lose him to Sandra. But he made his choice, and he stuck to it. There was no way he was going to risk losing you for anyone.
I don't think I can ever forgive him.
What? For loving you too much to dare risk losing you?
For not being the person I've spent the last 30-odd years believing he was. It's like the father I thought I had is dead.
Oh, isn't that a bit childish?
Well, why not? It's how I feel. I feel childish.
There you go. That's the lot. Welcome home.
Oh, hey, did you see him down there? Did you see the way he looked at me?
Oh, don't worry about him. He's seen Stephen. He's got what he wants. He won't cause any trouble for us. He wouldn't dare.
It's just you on your own, is it? Oh, aren't they pretty? You have ordered some lovely stuff. Where are you putting these?
Oh, over there. And I'm putting the fresh flowers over there.
I love flowers.
Yeah, so do I.
I used to do a lot of flower arranging. I did a couple of residential courses for the WI.
You don't think about wedding bouquets, dear. I've got a wedding in a couple of weeks. And I'm doing night classes in floristry skills, but I'm still doing very basic stuff.
You'll be a bit pushed doing a wedding on your own, then.
Oh, it's only a bouquet, that's all.
Well, if you want any help, you know where I am. I've got all the time in the world at the moment. I'll tell you what. I'll just pop home and get my overalls, then I'll come back and I'll give you a hand with these.
Well,
Oh, you want to do it by yourself. I'm sorry, I just got carried away.
Well, it's not that. It's just... Well, to be honest, I can't afford any help. I can hardly afford to pay for half this order.
Oh, don't be silly. I don't want paying. Just want to get my hands on that lot for half an hour.
Hi.
Oh, hiya. This is Derek, my brother. Patricia's mother, Mrs. Crosby.
Jean, we have met. Hello.
Oh, nice to see you again. So, how's it going then?
I'll be seeing you.
All right, I suppose. I've burnt my boats this time. If this doesn't work out, I'll have to eat humble pie with Ron for the rest of my life.
Well, things any better yet?
I don't know. We haven't spoken for 2 days, and he won't come to bed until he thinks I'm asleep.
So it's still this Leanne business?
Have you got a minute?
It's about the only thing I have got time. Well, at least until I start this new job, anyway.
Oh, you got it, did you?
Yeah. Assistant warehouseman, starting on Monday.
Foreign Clark Associates?
Oh, right up the stairs.
Oh, thanks.
Will you come and sit down for a minute?
Yeah?
There you go.
Oh.
I did something really stupid the other day. I went to see Mrs. Powell to try and explain. It was awful. She's so angry with me. I did do the right thing, didn't I?
Well, I've stopped taking confessions, Dee. I mean, you have to work that out for yourself.
I haven't been to confession for ages. I can't. I just can't make myself believe I've done anything wrong. What if Leanne had killed herself? I'd be responsible for destroying 2 lives, not just 1, 2. No, I'm not going to apologise to anyone. Not the Powells, not to Ron, not even to God.
Well, that's fighting talk, Dee.
I mean it. I'm not going to waste good Catholic guilt on something I don't believe was wrong.
Yeah, well, all you can ever do is decide what's right and then stick to it.
And when are you going to take your own advice? You can't believe it's right wasting your talents working in a warehouse.
Look, I'm not going to Romania without Margaret, all right?
Ron's going to kill me for interfering, but what the hell? You'll only do it the once.
What's this?
It's for you, Margaret's fare.
I can't pay you back.
It's not a loan.
Well, I can't take your money. I mean, you need every penny for this place.
Right. I'll just give it to some Romanian charity then.
I don't know what to say.
Ron wanted to write you out a cheque, but it seemed right that, well, I gave you it.
I'll never forget this, never. Come on, let's go and tell Margaret. Come on.
I can't.
Come on, wait to see her face.
So you'll see that although Farnham Clark's is a relatively new company, both Karen and I have a long track record. We've worked on accounts as diverse as for the other.
We can go. It's on. My brilliant sister's just given me £300. I'm sorry.
Actually, Derek, I was in the middle of a meeting. I'm sorry about this. Perhaps you and Margaret could talk outside.
Come on, Derek, let's go.
I'm sorry. I just couldn't wait. Oh, this is brilliant!
And the time now...
It's 3 minutes later than the last time you told me.
Am I boring you?
I've always had a passion for speaking clocks.
It's your fault anyway, isn't it? Shouldn't have bought me such a brilliant prezi.
Well, can we move on now from birthday presents to best men?
You ruined it now.
Decision time.
I know.
Look, you can't have two best men standing at the altar arguing over who's got the wedding rings.
Wedding rings. Oh, that reminds me, wedding rings. They'll be ready on Monday.
Don't change the subject.
It'll have to be Jimmy, won't he?
Well, you ask Terry first.
Yeah, I know, but Jimmy's got a suit and he's all excited, isn't he?
Yeah, well, Terry's got a suit as well.
Oh. Well, who do you think it should be?
I don't care, as long as there's only one of them. So you're going to tell Terry that he's surplus to requirements?
Yes, if I see him.
All right.
Oh, dead on cue. Sinbad's got something to tell you, Terry, haven't you?
Yeah, well, the thing is, no, the wedding rings, well, they'll be ready Monday.
Oh, great. So what have I got to go and do? Pick them up or what?
Well, no.
Hey, don't worry. Hey, look. Got this great little book here, all about the best man's duties. Don't worry, everything's under control. I've got my speech cracked. Fran's been helping me. Hey, Mass, where's the sterilising solution?
Oh, it's down there on the right.
You're gonna have to excuse me.
Why, where are you going?
He's got a book, his suit, he's even got a speech sussed. I'm gonna have to tell Jimmy, aren't I?
Have you only just got up? Diana, open the door. You've got an appointment in half an hour. You've forgotten, haven't you? You've got to see the hospital psychiatrist at 2 o'clock.
Oh, I'm not going.
Are you all right?
I'm tired.
Look, go and put some clothes on and I'll wait here for you.
I'm not going to see the psychiatrist. I'm not mad.
Well, no one said you were.
Well, why did they want me to go and see one then?
Because you need help.
Oh, all I need is good sleep.
Diana, what am I going to tell the hospital? You can't sit around here all day in your dressing gown. I know. We'll go for a drive or something.
Where?
Anywhere. We could go the country. Or the sea. And we could have some lunch.
The sea?
Yeah, we could drive over to West Kirby.
I went to Hilbert Island once when I was little. They got seals there. It's dead nice.
All right then. Will you go and get some warm clothes on and we'll have a walk along the beach, have some lunch and we'll look for the seals?
Boss, get that message?
What message, Jimmy?
I left it on your desk. Joe Alsall was on the phone earlier, breathing fire.
What she wants?
This week's figures, last month's VAT return.
Yeah, but if she phones again, Jimmy, tell her I'm not interested, all right?
Oh, fine, right, OK. And what time shall I say you're back?
Tell her when I'm ready.
OK.
Terry. See, you're right back into the domestics again, eh? Yeah, well, I've always been a domestic type, haven't I, Barry? How long are you prepared to play this little sitcom game, Terry, eh? No, I'm not stupid. I know what you're up to. Yeah, well, if you'll excuse me, I've got to get to the supermarket, got a family to feed. Is this your revenge, is it? An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. A son for a son. No, that's your kind of justice, Barry, not mine. I don't play dirty. So why are you moving them up into the flat, then, eh? None of your business. Now, if you'll excuse me, us family types have got our domestic chores to do, all right?
Is this the way to West Kirby? Yeah? But I thought the tunnel was that way. This is quicker.
Oh, is anybody in? Jimmy?
Sinbad, what are you doing up here, mate? Oh, I know. Come to talk arrangements for the reception, have you? Hang on, I'll join you.
Look, Jim.
Hang on.
Look, this is really difficult, this. You know, I shouldn't have let it go on so long, but the fact is...
Sorry, mate. What was that?
Well, the fact is...
Oh, facts, is it? Yeah. I've got a couple of little facts for you. Take a look at this.
Oh, look, Jimmy, look, I've got something to tell you, mate.
Listen, fact number 1. 24 bottles of Methode Champenois, which I have managed to procure free, gratis, and for nothing. Well, not much anyway. So that is your toast, organised. And, fact number 2, I've got the DJ here to do your disco for you, and all. Little extra wedding present. Now, don't say anything, come on. What else is your best man for, eh? Hey?
Oh, God.
Hey, come on. It's only what one best mate would do for another, isn't it? Hey? You and me, eh, son? Waiting at the altar rail.
Well, I'll have to shoot.
Hey, it's nice. Nice watch, that. Where's this from, then?
Marcia got it me for my birthday, you know, present.
Kids. Nearly forgot. There you go. Many happy returns for yesterday, you know, all that sort of stuff and that.
Well, I'll get off then.
Well, aren't you going to open it?
No, I'll save it till later. I've got someone to see.
Oh. Nice talking to you, Sin. Hey, listen. Ask Terry how he's getting on with the book of Lenton, will you?
How did you know I was going to see Terry?
Because I can read minds, Sinbad. I can even tell you what you're going to say to him and all. Word for word. You're going to tell him that you've made a mistake and that he's not going to be the best man after all. Am I right?
You knew.
Of course I knew.
And you let me go through all this?
Yeah, well, you flaming well deserved it, didn't you?
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, Jim.
Yeah, not half as sorry as I am.
Should have been you.
I know, it should have been, but... There you go. If you will ask Terry first.
You don't mind?
Hey, you're not getting off the hook that easy. Course I mind. But what the hell? Maybe I shouldn't have taken things for granted, eh? And anyway, Taz will do you proud, won't he?
I don't know what to say.
Well, thanks for the champagne, it'd be a start. And the DJ.
Thanks, Jim.
Have a good wedding, eh? Be happy.
So, Tommy, how did you get on with this Italian holidays guy?
Oh, OK. Until the cabaret arrived.
Cabaret?
More of a farce, really. Derek decided to make an unscheduled appearance, closely followed by Dee Dee in an overall. Then Mum turned up, also in an overall, looking for Dee Dee, who apparently has given her some kind of a job.
Oh, my God. Talk her out of that. Oh, we'll never get rid of her and your dad.
Yeah. Well, little old me ended up making them all coffee. While Derek and this Nigel Vickers person swapped stories about Rome, and Margaret sat in the corner getting quieter and paler, and Mum and Dee Dee had a cosy little chat about begonias. Shame Dad didn't turn up, really. Could have turned it into a proper trouser-dropping pass.
That was a bit harsh, darling.
What Mum said this morning. She said you couldn't blame him for falling in love.
Well, you can't.
I can.
Well, not from any moral high ground, you can't. Well, you can't. That's what happened to Susanna and me, isn't it? When you suddenly appeared in my life. Just like the Sandra woman appeared in your dad's. And that was it. Me done for. Only I didn't do the decent thing like your dad did.
Have you ever cheated on me, Max?
Oh, hang on a minute. Where did that come from?
You've never even been tempted?
Oh, well, I'd say about 6 or 7 times a day.
Don't ever cheat on me. I don't think I could stand it if you ever loved anyone else.
Well, what else could I do? You're bigger than me. I couldn't throw you over my shoulder and carry you in, could I?
I'm not going in.
Well, we'll sit here and admire the view then. Interesting brickwork to the left.
I'm not going to see many seals here, am I?
Not a lot now.
Oh, drive me home.
Now?
Well, I'll get out and walk then.
OK.
Well, did you really think I was going to fall for this?
Well, you did fall for it, didn't you?
No, I didn't. As soon as we passed the sides for Birkenhead, I knew you were up to something. You didn't give up to me.
No.
You wasted your time, so I'm not going.
Back to admiring the view then?
The cheek of you. All right then, I'll go in, but I'm not going to say anything.
Fair enough.
And as soon as I've finished, which is going to be in about 3 minutes, because I'm not going to open my mouth, you can drive me out to West Kirby.
Deal.
Listen, is it all right if I get off for a bit now, or what?
Yeah, sure. Oh, Jimmy, who have you promised the club to free this week?
Nobody, honest.
Yeah, well, I think one wedding reception is enough for a week or two anyway, Jim.
But you're not going to lose out on it, are you?
Oh, no, I'm not. But next time you're feeling in a generous mood, come and ask me first, eh?
Yeah, OK. Anyone in? How are you? Listen, I'll see you later then, boss.
Yeah, it's all right, Jimmy.
You busy?
No. Glad of the interruption. Do you want a drink?
No, thanks. I just wondered how you got on with my solicitor chappie.
Yeah, he called round a couple of days ago.
Any luck?
No, not really. It's a lot more complicated than I thought. And even if I do prove paternity, which would take a few months, there's no guarantee I'd be given access. She can screw me up and leave me with nothing. Given half a chance, she probably will.
So what are you going to do?
I don't know yet. It's not going to be easy, is it? Watching someone else bring up your son. She won't even let me give him money. I just want to make sure he's got everything he needs. Funny old world, isn't it? When you're not even allowed to hold your own son.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I'll live. What really hurts is... well, his mother's seeing someone else now, isn't she? So my lad's gonna grow up thinking that someone else is his dad.
Yes. Susanna, my ex-wife. Apparently she's... I know. Haven't met him yet, but from what she says... I can't stand him being around my kids. They're my kids, for God's sake.
Why should this man see more of them than I do? So, what did Adrian advise? Going to begin by proving paternity, are you?
Maybe. Or maybe I'll just find a way to speed things up. There's always a shortcut, isn't there, Max? I'll think of something.
And don't miss the next Brookside Monday, 1:30 here on Living.
And in a few moments' time, we will tell you how you can get your hands on a hamper full of gorgeous pampering goods, thanks to us.
Very nice too. But this afternoon we're talking about one of the stories that is in all the papers today, which is that of school uniforms and the prohibitive price of school uniforms, which means that a lot of kids, apparently because their parents can't afford to buy them the right uniform, even get excluded from school because they haven't got the right bits and pieces. Phone or email us with your thoughts on that and how you manage. Tracy Roberts says you've got to have grants for uniforms because she has to save all year to afford them for her kids.
And another Tracy thinks everyone should be entitled to a grant as uniforms are very expensive. And now Mrs. Walker says she doesn't think uniforms. Now, thank you for your point, Mrs. Walker, but we think that makes it even more expensive because everyday children's clothes cost a fortune, and then there's the whole peer pressure thing as well.
Yes, I mean, uniforms are a great leveller, but if you haven't got the right thing, then it doesn't help you much, does it? Tracy Handley says she hasn't ever been told about getting a grant for school uniforms. Well, Tracy, I should talk to your local authority because although the grants aren't great, as we've been hearing...
Do you want to see the back?
Hey! Stephen will scream his head off. He's used to someone with bits of dried egg and blobs of cereal hanging up their hair. I look far too posh for round here.
Oh, we'll have to get Terry to take you out.
Hey, get Terry to do what? Hey, look at the state of you. Hey, look at that glamorous woman in the mirror there. That's your mum. I think he's hungry, you know. Shall I feed him?
Are you hungry? Oh, he shouldn't be. Perhaps he's just thirsty. What do I owe you?
Oh, on the house.
Are you sure? Couldn't I just...
No. Who's the boss round here? Do as you're told.
Oh.
I was just saying you two should go out somewhere.
We can't.
Hey, yeah, why not? Well, we've never been out together, have we, on a date? I tell you what, if you play your cards right, I might take you to the match one day.
I don't like football.
Ah, you'll be all right if I take you. I don't think you'll understand.
There's a challenge.
Well, you want your mum to know all about footy, don't you, mate? Don't worry, I'll educate her.
Well, it might not be as glamorous as the stands, but you could go for a meal or go to the multiplex or something. I'll babysit.
Hey, yeah, why not?
I'm a bit scared of leaving him.
Oh, don't worry, Tracy'll be all right with him.
Oh, he'll be fine with me. I'm good with babies. It's just when they start answering back that I can't cope. No, you two go and enjoy yourself.
So, do you fancy coming to the pictures with me then, this Savvy, or what?
Yeah.
Well, that one's out.
Why?
You won't get Mum living in a terraced house that opens straight out onto the street.
Oh, hang on. What about this one? Nice first floor flat.
In Blackpool, you're joking.
Why? What's wrong with that?
Not our class of people, darling. Our class of people live in Frodsham or Southport.
Oh, really? I'm not too well up on the finer points of snobbery.
Well, I can tell you, they won't be interested unless it's a structurally sound, three-bedroom semi with a large garden, a garage, a utility room, gas central heating, and the right address.
40,000? Look, you just show me one, darling. Just show me one. Never mind them. I'll buy it for us. Look. See. That one's nice. Well, look, they're just going to have to lower the sights, aren't they?
And he might like a bit more orange juice. He's a bit thirsty today.
Right, just go, will you?
Yeah. We won't be late.
Yeah. You better not be, because I've got an appointment.
Thanks, Trace.
Under McDonald's, under Feinstein, Williams and Partners, and under accounts.
Right. Is it okay if I finish early today?
Doing something special?
I'm going sorting out the Romania trip. I'm going to the travel agents.
Oh, you're definitely going then?
Yep, Derek wants to go as soon as possible. Next week.
Next week? I'm going to lose you next week.
Will you mind?
Of course I'll mind. You're rapidly becoming indispensable in this office.
Am I?
What's all this false modesty? You know you are.
It's nice to hear it, though. I'm going to miss you. Really enjoyed working here.
So you're absolutely certain it's what you want, this Romania thing?
100%.
It's not just that you don't know how to say no, because there's a perfectly good alternative, you know. Derek could go to Romania by himself until you're certain.
No, I am certain. I've thought and thought about it, and I can't let him down. And Dee Dee's given me all this money for the airfare. I can't let her down.
That's not the same as wanting to go. Do you want to go to Romania, or do you want to stay here?
I want to be with Derek. I wish he wouldn't look at me like that.
I just don't want you to think that because Derek gave up the priesthood for you, you've got to give up something equally important for him.
No, it's not that, honestly. It's just... It's what I was saying the other day, really. I mean, I wish I could make him stay here with me. But he's so excited about his work and he wants it so much, I can't let him down. I mean, I'm never going to change him, am I? So, I'm going to Romania. Because I couldn't bear to be away from him for 6 months. And I'm going to put everything I've got into making it work. I'm really looking forward to it now.
Good for you.
Come on, babe. You're supposed to babe now. Come in, it's open.
Is Terry in?
No, he's gone the pictures.
So, you're babysitting then, are you?
Yeah, well, they can do without me for an hour downstairs. You don't have to wind a baby, do you?
You just pass one back, don't you?
Yeah, you have a go then.
All right.
And a coffee?
Yeah, don't mind if I do.
Looks a bit like you.
You think so?
Yeah, remember them studio pictures your mum had from when you were a baby? It's got your eyes.
You reckon? How you doing, Steve? You all right? Yeah, he's going to be a brain box, this lad, aren't you? Going to go to all the best schools and university. Tell you what, I'll bet you play for Liverpool.
Do you reckon he'll be all right? I suppose he cries all the time.
Yeah, well, Tracy's just going to have to cope then, isn't she?
But he doesn't know Tracy.
Fran.
Sorry. So come on, I'm paying. What do you want to see?
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. What do you want to see?
Have you seen Home Alone 2 yet?
I haven't seen anything, have I? Not for years. Last time I went to the pictures, it was with Sue.
What did you see?
Working girl.
Right, Max. We're on. Yeah, I've got the estimate for you.
Estimate?
Yeah, for the damage to my car.
Oh, yes, of course. Fine. Fine. £235 for a smashed back light and a dented bumper. Come on.
Yeah, you're not talking about any real light here. You know, you're talking about specialist dealers.
I am not paying that much. No, I don't mind paying a reasonable amount, but I'm not paying £235.
Max, this is a reasonable amount. Dead reasonable. I've got to get a whole new bumper and a brand new rear light. Well, I'll tell you what, Max, we'll go through the insurance companies. Thing is, though, Max, now, were you insured for a learner driver?
£235.
Plus VAT makes it £276, 12 pence. Tell you what, forget the 12 pence.
Oh, thanks, that's very big of you. I'll drop a cheque round later.
Hey, seems a nice man, your father-in-law. Stop me along, are they?
Till I can find him a home, yes.
Oh, great. Bit of company down the close. See you, Max.
It's peaceful, this, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you want the telly on?
No. I should get going early.
What is the time, anyway?
Well, look at us two, eh?
What?
Well, you know, doing a full married bit, aren't we?
Sitting by the fire, got washing up in the sink, not saying much to each other. Do you ever think about it, Trace?
You never do.
Could have been nice all this, couldn't it? Slippers and cocoa. The kid asleep. It'd have been nearly 3 now.
Don't.
Or there.
Oh, Barry, don't, please.
Does it still hurt?
You know it does.
It hurts me. I still don't know how you went through with it, Trace.
Oh, because when there's no other option, then you have an abortion. And for us, there was no other option.
For you, maybe. But for me,
How long would we have lasted anyway? A year, 18 months?
if we'd have been married, my life, well, it all would have been so different, wouldn't it?
We'd have been dragging each other through the divorce courts by now.
We'd have lasted, Trace.
No, we wouldn't. How many women have you been through, to pardon the expression, since we split up? You haven't even got enough fingers to count them on, have you?
Well, you haven't done so bad yourself from what I've heard.
I'm a career woman.
Thought you were going out with your boss anyway.
Brian? I don't know. Seems more interested in your boss. Anyway, what about this elegant PR lady? The one who works with Patricia Farnham?
Karen. She's another career woman, isn't she? She's down in London. Didn't even bother telling me she was going. This is what I miss. All this. You know, I'm 33, Trace, and time doesn't wait around, does it? You know what'll happen next? We'll have a row about who's going to do the washing up.
Oh no, I'm going to have a dishwasher. And a big house in Egbert. And a Porsche. And several diamond rings. You'd hate it. You're not the domestic type.
But it looks all right from where I'm sitting. It's kids more than anything. I mean, kids give you the kind of immortality, don't they? I don't want to wake up when I'm 40 and have no one.
You've got Stephen.
No, I haven't got Stephen. It's Fran who's got Stephen. I'm going to be lucky if I get occasional access to Stephen.
They should have been back by now, you know. I've got to meet Diana.
Where?
Oh, just somewhere.
Well, we'll stay here with Stephen if you want to get off, you know. What time would Terry and Fran due back?
About 10 minutes ago.
Well, it's not going to be that long then, is it? I mean, you could get off.
You sure?
Yeah, go on. Be nice to have 5 minutes alone with him. I can play daddies all on my own, can't I?
I know, sometimes I almost like him.
Don't be saying things like that. I'll start taking you seriously. Go on, you go and meet Diana. We'll be okay.
All right, the nappies are on the chair, the bottle's in the fridge, it'll need warming up. Just tell them I'm sorry, but I had to go. See ya.
Ta-ra. Come on, son. You and your dad are going for a little drive.
£235 plus VAT. Daylight robbery.
Better than losing your no claims bonus, Max.
Frank?
All right, Ron.
Well, now I'm £300 lighter. See if we can afford a crust for our supper.
My heart bleeds for you, Max.
It's my bank balance that's bleeding, Frank.
All right.
All right, Maxie.
All right, Ron, what can I do for you?
Well, I was just wondering, you know, if we were planning anything particular, you know, about a wedding present for Sinbad from the whole close, like.
Yeah, come in. So, what were you thinking of, like?
Well, to tell you the truth, I wasn't thinking about anything, really. I just saw you and Maxie having a chat, you know, and I thought, well, there's not much fun going home these days. Listen, you don't fancy a swift half down the alehouse, do you?
I'm expecting Lynn soon, mate.
Ah.
Put a couple of cans in the fridge, though.
No, it's all right. I won't stop.
Come on, I'm having one here. Take a seat. Come on.
Cheers. It's just the atmosphere at our house, you know. Cut it with a knife. Where did all the romance go, eh, Frank? Me and Dee Dee seem to have lost it somewhere along the line.
Hey, come on, I don't believe that.
Hey, and the sex. God knows what happened to the sex. Cheers. Hey, what am I doing talking like this? I'm sorry, mate. I didn't mean to come over and embarrass you.
Yeah, mate. You're not embarrassing me.
I know. I should be. I'm embarrassing myself. I don't know. It must be some kind of midlife crisis. It's just that... Well, me and Dee Dee, we were always good together, you know what I mean? It didn't matter what went wrong in any other department. We were always friends. But not these days, Frank, I tell you. I don't know her anymore. She's changed. I mean, you know, she never tells me anything, never discusses anything. No, even that flower shop business. She just went off and did it, you know. Never said anything to me. And with money that I knew nothing about. Then there's this whole thing with Leanne, you know, this abortion business.
Leanne? Who's that?
You know, knocks it down with your Katie, puts the makeup on with a trowel.
Leanne Powell?
That's the one.
Leanne Powell had an abortion?
God, I'm sorry. I thought you knew.
Why should I know?
Well, through Katie. Then, of course, Dee Dee had to go and get your Lynn involved, didn't she? I don't know, Frank. What is it with women, eh? They can't keep anything to themselves, can they? They always have to get some other woman involved.
When did all this happen?
Last week. Well, she had the abortion last week. Dee Dee arranged that. Didn't even bother to tell the kids' parents.
When she and Dee went shopping?
I'm sorry, mate. I didn't realise you were as much in the dark as I was.
Well, I met on the way home. Hiya, love. Hello, Ron.
Yeah. Right, I better get off.
There's nothing wrong with me. I'm not going crazy.
Who said you were?
Well, why did you ask me to come back then?
Why did you come? Look, if you don't want to talk, that's fine. Off you go. Lead your life. Have fun. It's just that some people, when they cut their wrists, realise they just might need some help.
Yeah, well, I don't need any help.
Lucky you. So the wrist cutting was an accident, was it? The scissors slipped?
I thought Jackie Dixon was supposed to be your best mate now.
She is. They're both mates, Jackie and Leanne.
And what did I say to you about that Leanne one?
That I wasn't to see her anymore after that business with Owen.
So you just go behind me back? And you're not the only one either, are you?
I think your dad's going to lose his temper in a minute. Just hang on a sec, though, Frank, will you? I'm dying for the loo. Don't start without me now, will you? I don't want to miss a minute of this.
Oh, we should stop doing that.
Doing what?
Okay, well, why didn't you tell me about this, Leanne?
Because it was nothing to do with you. Well, yeah, all right, Katie disobeyed you. But only because she'd made a very grown-up choice. To stay loyal to her mate. Which in my book is something to be proud of. And so you should be. Very proud.
You should have told me.
It's no good. I'm going to burst. You'll have to excuse me. Talk to your daddy.
Come on. Come sit down. So, you've been helping Leanne through a bad time.
So you feel guilty now?
I'm guilty.
Of what exactly?
Well, of everything. Of everything they said. I used to think people, men I mean, liked me for me. But it's just sex, isn't it? I mean, that's all I am. A body, a bit of meat.
Rubbish.
It's not rubbish. You don't know what it's like to be me. I mean, what else have I got to offer? I'm not clever. I mean, I couldn't even read or write till recently, and I'm still not very good at it. It's still a struggle. And I'm not funny. I haven't got a personality. I'm not surprised Peter raped me, really. And that's all he ever wanted. Sex. He knew I had nothing else to offer.
Don't lie to me again, eh? If there's something you don't agree with, come and fight it out with me.
Yeah, but you'll win though, won't you?
Yeah. Well, that's a dad's privilege, isn't it? But I promise, I will listen to you first, before I win. Go on. Go and get changed now.
Thanks, Dad.
Well, if my Alison grows up half as honest as your Katie, I won't have too much to worry about, will I? So?
So?
Time you kiss me. That's better. So, can she go on seeing Leanne then?
Nothing to do with me. She'll do whatever suits.
If you're worried Leanne's going to be a bad influence on her, don't. It's the other way round.
Oh, I see. So Katie's the bad influence.
It's a good thing I don't take you seriously.
Yeah, I've noticed.
Don't force Katie to lie to you again, eh? You've got a good girl there. Don't drive her away.
So, who else lied to me then?
Oh, I had to, Frank. Everything Katie told me was in confidence. I couldn't break it.
Fair enough.
You don't mind?
No. Funny enough, I don't. I'm just glad she felt she could trust you.
Did you fancy a pizza?
They were 20 minutes late.
Oh, don't worry, you won't even have noticed you've gone.
So tell me about the scissors.
I went there to hurt him. I stole the scissors and I went to his house and all I was thinking was, I'm going to jab these into you. I'm going to jab them in and in until you're yelling at me to stop. Then I'll say, Yak, all right, I'll stop. I'm not like you. I won't go on until I've got my satisfaction and sod the other person. I'll stop when you ask me to. Didn't even have the guts to do that today.
So you decided to hurt yourself instead? Why? It's bizarre, isn't it? So, a woman can't wear what she wants. She can't comfortably walk the streets at night alone. She can't go into a male friend's bedroom without people thinking how stupidly, how provocatively she's behaving, because we all know what men are like, don't we? Oh, dear me, no, it wasn't the rapist's fault that the girl got raped. It was nothing to do with it. It was her fault. She was asking for it. And here's something else to think about. Why shouldn't you change your mind in the middle of the sex act and say, I want it to stop now? Is the fella going to burst into flames if he has to stop? Is he going to explode? No, he's not. He'll stop. He's not some uncontrollable beast. He's a man, and he's got to take responsibility for that. You have every right to say no at whatever point you choose, and the right to have that decision respected.
But I've been saying that all along, and no one will listen to me.
Yes, well, they won't. Because we are so conditioned, women as well as men, perhaps even more so, to believe that men are controlled by their sexuality. And until we start seriously rethinking that, we won't get any further forward.
It's the first thing anyone said to me in the past few months that's made sense.
Tracy, I'm ever so...
What's the matter?
Oh, God. Stephen, he's not here.
Where's Tracy?
He's gone. Stephen's gone.
You're talking about Tracy will have taken him somewhere, won't she? She'll have left a note.
I'm ringing the police. Get off the line!
All right, Fran. Just stay calm, will you? Stephen's all right.
What have you done with him? Don't hang up, Barry. Sorry, please.
Enjoy the film, did you?
Sorry, please.
Sorry about this, but Tracy had to leave. She thought Stephen would be in safe hands.
Look, Barry, I'm going to put the phone down now, right? And then I'm going to ring the police.
Do that, and you'll never see Stephen again. You won't see either of us again. All right?
Barry Grant. He's such a bad boy, isn't he? But he's still sexy.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, Brookside is back tomorrow at 1:30.
Now, all this week on Living, we have got so many baby programmes for you that if you're expecting, you just have to keep it right here. And to celebrate, we've also got these gorgeous living baby grows for you.
Yes, if you want to win one, all you have to do is phone us or email us with your baby stories. And as long as they're cute, funny or brave, you've got a chance of winning one. And if we read them out, or in this case, we're reading this one out, this is going to be a winner. Now, this is from Lorette. And she says, "Hi, I'm the proud mum of a gorgeous 4-month-old baby boy. His name is Mark, and the joy of my life. He enjoys watching telly with his mum. He laughs and talks the whole time when he's awake. We can't wait for the exercises on Friday's Baby Baby."
If you want Stephen back,
Can't just sit here and do nothing anymore. We've given him all night.
Barry knows we're playing it his way. He'll be round.
He could be out the country by now with my son.
No chance.
When you've enough money, it's easy to disappear and not be found.
Barry's just tightening the screw. He's trying to hurt you. And me.
Yeah, well, this time he's gone too far. How could he do this? How could anybody do something like this?
I don't know.
If anything happens to my baby...
Try and get some sleep, eh?
Where is he, Terry? Where is my child?
Oh, he's a strong boy, isn't he? Yes. Yes.
What's this? An underage drinker?
I think it's a baby.
Full marks for observation, Jimmy. I can see how you got your job.
Listen, Barry just plonked him down and walked out, didn't he?
What, left you to it?
Yeah. Who's a little smasher then, eh? Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Didn't he say anything?
Well, I won't be long. Guard it with your life.
So whose baby is it?
Well, I don't know, do I? I did ask, but he didn't seem in the mood for a chat. Well, go on then.
What?
Look, pick it up.
Pick it up? What for?
It's a baby, isn't it? You're a woman. That's what happens.
Which Neanderthal told you that? You pick it up.
Oh, go away, will you? I'm not picking it up. It might pee on me coat.
And what about mine?
Look, babies, they like to be picked up, don't they? It stops them from crying, doesn't it? Come on, little fella. Oh, there he is, there he is, there he is. Yeah.
Hey, wait a minute.
It's all right. You'll soon get the hang of it, yeah.
Jimmy.
Oh, there he is. See, you're a natural. Hey, he's going to want feeding soon.
When?
Well, I don't know. Whenever kids do. You know what they're like. In one end and out the other.
Thanks, Dr. Spock. I can hardly believe Barry bringing a baby in here.
I know. And he hasn't even got a membership card, have you? No, you haven't.
Is that a fact? One of us left to sign him in then. Won't we?
Listen, I'm going the loo. If he starts crying, there.
No, you can't leave me with him. What am I meant to do with this?
Stop worrying, will you? You'll be all right.
Jimmy. Jimmy!
You're all right, aren't you? You're the boss.
Did you want something?
Yeah, can you spare a minute?
What's up?
Everything. What can you do with the chair?
What about?
Oh, damn it, what else?
I'm a bit busy now.
I'd really appreciate it if you could spare just a couple of minutes.
It's not very private here, like, is it?
Well, I don't care. We can talk quietly. We're talking now, aren't we? It's freezing out here.
Okay, 2 minutes at the most.
Oh, Max, what's on your agenda today?
Well, your kindly son-in-law is going to take you on a little bit of a magical mystery tour.
Really?
Tell us more.
Namely, to view one or two show houses that might meet your joint approval.
I think he wants to get rid of us, Jean.
Of course I don't.
He wants us out the way so he can have Patricia all to himself.
David, you know that's not true.
Oh, he's teasing, Max. Ignore him.
Well, I don't suppose it can do any harm to have a look at a few places. I mean, it is about time we put down some roots again, isn't it?
No, it never does any harm to look.
Well, do you want to go now?
I've just got to nip over the compass first.
To who?
Never mind. Oh, Ron, hello. I was just about to come and see you.
Oh, snap.
Patricia and I are having a sort of at-home for Margaret and Derek. You know, a bon voyage do.
Oh, me and Dee Dee had planned some drinks and sarnies round our place. You know, we just wondered if you and Pat would like to join us.
Well, it's very good of you, Ron, but why don't you and Dee Dee come round here?
No, don't put yourself out, Maxie. We'll sort it at ours.
No, we couldn't possibly leave it all up to you and Dee Dee.
Well, look, while I must admit I am touched that you care, I can assure you that we can manage it, honest.
But we've arranged everything. Everything short of inviting you.
Yeah, but so have we, you see. Short of inviting you. So that's why I'm here, you know. To formally invite you and Patricia round to ours for the official leaving party of Margaret and Derek this Wednesday to wish them all the best for their trip to Romania.
But we've organised everything. Food, drink, everything.
2 parties, eh? OK, suits me.
That's pointless.
I couldn't agree more.
Hello, Mr. Dixon. How are you today?
Sound as a trout, my love.
These are very exciting times for you, aren't they?
Hey?
Your wife opening a florist shop.
Oh, that, yeah. Very exciting.
Oh, you must be so proud of her adding to the Dixon empire.
Speechless is, I think, the word you're looking for, love. Right, I have to get off. So, I'll see you at the parties, then, eh?
Look forward to it.
Right. All set, are we?
Yes. Come on. Let's go and find us a house.
If my nan was around, like, you'd be out on your ear.
What do you think? Drop me dead too.
Look, all I know is I've got about 2 minutes. And it would help if you'd keep your voice down like you said you would.
I just want to know how Diana is, that's all.
It's over. You should just forget it.
I wish I could. You should see the looks your uncle gives me.
Oh. Jimmy's just talk. He always has been.
Yeah. Well, if I knew she was all right, maybe I could forget it.
Well, she's not all right. Yet.
Why, what's happened now?
Diana's seen a psychiatrist. It's what she needs. Someone to talk to. Someone who listened to her. You look tired.
I haven't been sleeping too well. Not at all, in fact, day or night. Look, if you could just get her to see me. What she did in my bathroom, I can't get it out of my head. I feel responsible.
I've been through all this with Diana. What is it with you two? You insist on blaming yourselves. You're just going round in circles.
If I could just get her to talk to me, it might do more good than being in therapy. Might do me more good, too.
No chance. Look, just stay away. She might be on the mend. Oh, I've got to get back to work.
I was wondering when you were going to turn up and show your face. You didn't think you could get away with it, did you? Snatching the baby.
What else could I do, Teddy? It's my kid.
He was never your kid. And let's keep things quiet, eh? Because Fran's asleep in there. She's been up all night, worried sick.
All I want's legal access. I know it was a bit out of order.
Then why do it?
Well, what else could I do? I wasn't going to keep him away from his mother forever, was I?
You can't just go round snatching babies, you know. It's not on.
But I had to do something. I mean, I tried reasoning with Fran, but she dug her heels in. This was the only way to get her to listen, to let her feel what it's like.
Oh, I pinch your football, so you pinch mine. Is that what you think it is? A game? Get real.
Look, the kid's got a right to know his dad, whatever she thinks of me. And you believe that as much as I do.
It doesn't matter what I believe. Where's Stephen?
He's safe.
I didn't ask for a doctor's report. I asked where he was.
Just think how you felt about Danny, Aita. I mean, say Sue had to stop you seeing him.
As much as you reasoned or you pleaded with her. I mean, you'd have done anything, wouldn't you? And I mean, that's all I did, Terry.
So you thought to yourself, I'm tired of playing Plazzy Gangsters this week. I know, I'll be a dad. I haven't done that before. I think I'll do that for a while till I get bored.
It's not like that, honest. I mean, that kid's part of me. And it kills me that he'll never know that. I can't just pretend that he doesn't exist.
Oh, very nice speech. But if you don't mind, I won't clap. Where's my baby?
See you later. Yes.
Well, how's it going?
Oh, fine, mate. How are you?
Oh, yeah.
All right, son.
All right, Mick. Any chance of some hot water? Yeah, come on. That's smoky weather out there today, mate.
Yeah, it's all right, son. Yeah, tell you what, mate. I really fancy doing your job today, I tell you.
Oh, it's all right, as long as I keep up my intake of hot drinks, you know what I mean?
And who said subtlety was dead, eh? No 2 sugars, do you?
Yeah, please. Oh, hang on. I'm getting in shape for the wedding. Better make it 1.5.
So, getting nervous then?
About what?
Well, it's only 2 weeks off to the big day, isn't it? I mean, shouldn't the groom get nervous before the wedding?
It's funny, cheers, mate. But, I'm nervous, but I'm enjoying it, you know what I mean? Who'd have thought me going down the aisle, eh? Thought my chance of romance is gone, now my ship's coming and everything's great.
Morning, chaps.
All right, Ron.
Look, just to let you know that we're having a bit of a going away soiree for Margaret and Derek at our place next Wednesday.
Oh, yeah. Romania, I hear.
Yeah, so, if you'd like to pop in, I wish you all the best.
Oh, I'd like to, Ron, but I'm working. Marriage is an expensive business, you know what I mean?
I think I can make it, Ron.
Right, hey, listen, it's supposed to be a surprise, Mick, so keep it quiet, eh?
Yeah, it's all right, mate.
So, Sinbad, how much freedom have you got left then? About a fortnight now, innit? Make the best of it, my son, make the best of it.
Yeah, you can't hear you, Ron. The man's in love.
I certainly am.
I'm not talking romance here. I am talking marriage.
Well, hang on. You and Dee Dee haven't done too bad for 20 years, have you?
Just think, if I'd have murdered her on the honeymoon, I'd have been out by now, wouldn't I?
Hey, don't be putting them off, Ron. They don't walk down the aisle yet.
Anyway, I've heard that married men live longer than single men.
Not true. Just seems longer. All right, boys, see you.
See you,
See you, Ron. True romantic, eh?
Pay him no mind. It's all on that with Ron. Him and Dee Dee is sound. Hey, listen, son, Marcia hasn't heard from Josie, has she?
Not that I know of, why?
No, I was just wondering. Ma said something about inviting her up to the weddings, you know.
Thought you weren't bothered about Josie. Thought you and her were history.
Yeah, we are. Oh, no. I'm not bothered. Not bothered at all.
Look, all I want to do is talk things through. Come to some arrangements.
What have you done with my child?
He's fine. I'm sorry that's...
Where is he?
Look, we've got to sort things out, haven't we?
It's beyond me how even you could do something like this.
I'm not proud of it, Fran.
It's only Terry who stopped me calling the police. And I still think it was a mistake.
My flesh and blood. And I've got a right to see him, and he's got a right to see me.
And will you tell him that when I was pregnant, you tried to force me to have an abortion?
I'm talking about now, Fran. I didn't know I was going to feel like this. Sometimes I wish I didn't. But I do. I didn't want to have to resort to...
It's called kidnapping. I'm sure the police would be very interested to hear about it.
You left me no choice, though, did you? Stephen's my son. And I love my son like any father would.
Crap. He's just another designer accessory to you, isn't he? Something to parade around with your flashy cars and your nightclub.
Look, what's 2 hours every other week, eh? I mean, I don't want to have to go through this every month, do you?
That's what's going to happen, is it, if I don't agree? You snatch my baby once a month?
Look, I hate this situation just as much as you do. It's not fair on you. It's not fair on Stephen. And it's not fair on me either.
I don't have much choice, do I? And if I agree, I get him back now?
Yes.
All right, we'll discuss it. Now let me have my baby.
If you go back on this, you know, I'll take him away again.
I won't.
There's got to be legal documents. Guaranteeing me access to him.
Where is he?
We've agreed on this, right? Is that a yes then, Fran?
Yes.
Listen, I'm telling you, I have got away with kids. You just smiled at me then, didn't you, mate? Didn't you?
Smiled at me.
Oh, how are you then, eh, matey? Eh? Do you fancy a pint with your Uncle Jimmy? Do you? What's it to be then, eh? Bitter or brown mixed?
I wonder what the story is. Why did Barry plonk him here?
I haven't a clue. But then again, our Barry's always been full of little surprises. Anything about?
It's all right, Jim. Everything's under control. Just take it easy.
Hey, that's my responsibility. Barry said...
It's all right, Jimmy. So I'll phone a solicitor, see if he can fit us in Friday afternoon, eh?
Never would be too soon.
This is crazy, this. Let's get it sorted once and for all, eh? For everybody's sake. Especially the babies.
So what was all that about?
Would you believe me if I told you we're starting a crash?
Haven't you got work to do?
Oh, yeah,
I don't want to state the obvious. It looks as if your personal life might be getting a little bit overcomplicated. And that's not good for business, our business.
Do me a favour, John. Wind your neck in.
Do you know? You're our first customer of the day.
Don't suppose it entitles me to a freebie, does it? So how's your half of the double nuptials coming on then, Alice?
Oh, great, thanks.
Second mortgage signed for me, buying all this clobber.
Tell me about it.
Well, there's a new suit and shoes for a start, 250 notes.
There's nothing like pushing the boat out, isn't it?
Mind you, I got the suit in a sale, it was a bargain. He gave me a ton knocked off, like.
Yeah, sounds like a bargain.
Well, you've got to on your wedding day, haven't you? And you can bet Marcia and Marianne will be splashing out. And we don't want them showing us up on the photos.
You certainly don't. So listen, where is it then, this new suit?
Ah, well, it was a bit long in the leg, you know, so they're taking the kecks up. Free, like. Suppose yours fitted like a glove, did it?
No, I haven't actually bought mine yet, no.
Oh, well, there's plenty of time, isn't there? So, like for you thin fellas, you can wear anything straight off the peg, can't you?
There you go, sir. 475.
Cheers, mate. Ah, well, lovely to leave you.
There you go, sir.
Cheers, lads. Ta-ra.
Well? Well, what? Sinbad mentioned the cost of his wedding gear and you suddenly went all quiet. Oh, did I? Yeah, I might just skip the new suit bit, yeah. How come? Well, I don't have to conform to every tradition, do I? It's a wedding. You've got to have a new suit. You've got to look the part. I've got suits. I've got loads of suits. I wear one of those. They're almost new. I tell the truth, I'm a bit strapped for cash at the moment. We both are. You know what it's like. Please. Look, Sinbad's going to be wearing his new suit. I'm not having you stood next to him looking like you just got out of a cardboard box. Look, come on, Nick. I don't want this. Look, it's all right for me to wear my old suit. It doesn't matter for the best man. Thanks very much.
Thought you'd have seen sense, like your old fella, and done a runner.
I don't want any trouble.
Trouble? Oh, don't you? Try telling that to our Diana. Excuse me. You'll get what's coming to you one day, mate.
Hello. Peter, can I have a word? About my appearance in court. You do know I had to be there. I was called as a witness by the police. I had no choice.
You were just doing what you thought was right.
Yeah, well, what I'm trying to say is it wasn't a case of taking sides. Just had to say what I saw, that's all. I'm glad things are working out well for you.
Working out for me? Yes, everything's just great, isn't it? I can't sleep at night. Anna's lost her job. Diana's in therapy. But apart from that, everything's just rosy. See you, Max.
Maxie! Well, have you given any more thought to our little problem?
I think we should be thinking of Margaret and Derek, not ourselves.
I couldn't agree more.
Patricia and I would really like you and Dee Dee to come to our party.
And Dee Dee and I would really love for you and Patricia to come to our party.
The irresistible force meets the immovable object, eh?
Something like that, Maxie, yeah.
It's ridiculous having two parties.
Agreed.
So what do you propose? Tossing a coin?
Well, Jimmy,
Aye.
We should sort this out ourselves.
Look, I am having a little going-away party for Margaret and Derek at ours, right?
Oh, aye.
Only Maxie here has decided that he wants to do one of his as well.
Well, you're having two do's at the same time.
Correct.
It's a bit stupid, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Of course it is. So, what do you think we should do?
Well, neither of you wants to give way, so have it on neutral territory.
What? Where?
Well, I run this place, don't I? Eh? I could let you have it for a couple of hours before we officially open, you know, what, say, 6-ish? Free, of course, you know. Call it my little prezi to the lovebirds.
Well, that sounds like a perfect solution, but...
Hold on. No, I swore that I'd never set foot inside that place.
Listen, Ronnie, I'm only trying to help you out, solve your problem, but if you don't want to know, forget it.
Hold on. I never said that, did I? All right, Jimmy. Thank you very much indeed. We accept.
Oh, aye.
Accept what?
Oh, no, Jimmy has just offered the use of your club for a couple of hours on Wednesday whilst Ron and I throw a going-away party for Margaret and Derek.
Yeah, well, I thought, you know, seeing as we know them both and that, like...
Very generous of you, that, Jim. Very public-spirited.
Yeah, well, maybe I shouldn't have.
No, you shouldn't have, Jimmy. It's my club. You'd only work there. But seeing as it's you, Max, no problem.
Oh, well, thank you very much, Barry. Much appreciated, and Margaret and Derek will too.
Yeah, thanks, Baz. And make sure there's a nice bottle of bubbly, chilled for when they get here. It'll be my going-away present for Margaret and Derek.
Oh, yeah, OK.
Good. Very generous of you.
Yeah, to be chuffed to the eyeballs. Right, don't forget then, Jimmy.
Sorted.
Have a word, Max, please.
Yes, certainly.
Thanks again, Baz. And hey, Jimmy, make sure you don't forget to chill that bubbly, you know. Your job depends on it. Is he asleep?
He's knackered.
Him and me both.
Thanks.
For what?
It's beyond me. How you and Barry were friends for so long. You're completely different animals.
Well, I knew him when he was a kid. What's your excuse?
Yeah, well, pass.
Yeah, but we all make mistakes.
My biggest mistake was meeting him. I'm amazed you can bear to look at him after what he did to you.
Yeah, well, I remind him of what he is, and I'm not going to let him forget.
And yet he still gets his own way every time. I swore he wouldn't set eyes on Stephen, and now he'll be getting access. He's won.
Oh, Barry will get bored once the novelty's worn off. You watch and see.
If only. He's in my life again, and I can't get rid. And as Stephen gets older, they'll get to know each other, and he'll buy him anything he wants. And my child will grow up wanting to be like his dad. Oh, God.
Don't give up yet.
I've already given up.
Well, there must be something we can do.
Like what?
Well, we've got to start thinking like him. What would he do?
Something nasty. That's what he'd do.
It's going to be something he wouldn't expect. So it'll be too late for him to retaliate. He trusts me. I'm going to stick one over on him. Make a change, wouldn't he?
And Brookside will be back on Living tomorrow at 1:30. Now, all this week on Living, we are going baby crazy. And we've got a great schedule of programmes lined up for you. We've got practical parenting. We've got the slightly scarily titled Pregnancy and Birth, The Truth. We've also got Baby here on Living for you. Plus, we've got experts this week in the studio on the subject of feeding. And in a few moments' time, I will be rejoined by Juliet Foster, who'll be talking a little bit more about bottle feeding and, in particular, answering your questions on that subject. Plus, we are giving away baby grows every day this week. And today, we want to know your interesting and unusual baby feeding stories or recipes that you may have to feed your baby. Shelley Michaels has this story. My baby's favourite food is olives. She's been eating them since the age of 9 months. Interesting and educated taste there of Shelley's baby. And Cassandra Little says, I was once breastfeeding my baby in a coffee bar.